I want you to look up this here, please. It's called The Hero's Journey.
2012, we had a setback with our school's NCA results. The NCA was far more challenging now. We clearly didn't get it all right.
One of our biggest mountains would be an adventure.
A lot of teachers had worked very, very hard and really cared about our students. They were as gutted as the senior leadership team was at those results in 2012. We had to grow capacity at every level. So in terms of the senior leadership team, it's really important to bring fresh blood into the team, new ideas, but more of the 21st century coming on board.
Strengthening those connections. When I took over the professional learning role, first thing I did was actually put it out to staff, say, hey, look, what's been going well, what hasn't been going so well, what do we want more of, what do we want less of? So much of it is about consultation with staff. It means that the teachers are kind of on board with everything. They're looking at embracing that next challenge. And it filters down to the kids. The kids are excited about being here and excited about their learning.
What colour would we expect it to go?
It's critical in schools to get the middle leadership right. You can have individual wonderful teachers, but the curriculum leader is the one who provides the vision and leads the team in the specifics of how do we change our maths programs or our English programs, how do we develop the vocational pathways that are the right ones for our students.
So the innovation is coming from the staff. They see the importance of different programs and varying their programs. Good examples are in maths, where there's been huge differentiation of their courses. A real belief that any student can do maths at level 2, and most should be doing it in level 3 and can do that.
The other thing that we needed to do was to unlock the potential of many of the other teachers who didn't necessarily hold a position of responsibility, but were great teachers and had a great deal to offer. And we've seen distributed leadership in many different forms over the last few years. There's a whole group of teachers who have become academic mentors.
You're part of a team of 45 students who have been selected to be mentored this year.
This program can really help develop people's self-esteem, confidence, their academic ability due to all the support from the teachers, the mentors that volunteered themselves. That's why I truly believe that they actually care about us.
Support you by giving you the resources via online.
We've had young teachers who've become e-leaders, and the younger teachers were teaching the older teachers as we moved into BYOD.
It was really important that we put them on the right side of the digital divide. Our students are going to need those skills when they go out into the real world. We're the first school out in this area to do that. It was certainly a brave move by the board to make this commitment in a community that's decile 3, where there's not necessarily a lot of money, a lot of computers at home. We've worked with WINS to get devices into kids' families, worked with providers to get special deals for them and packages, and then some families where that's still going to be out of reach. So we've got 80 odd Chromebooks that are lent out lesson by lesson from the library. So those kids who don't have their own, they can actually access all the learning through that.
Te Kahui Ako o Waitakere, or the Waitakere Community of Learners, is a collective of 12 schools, 3 secondary, 1 intermediate and 8 primary schools, which have agreed to work together. It gives the opportunity to provide that smooth transition for students as they move through from primary to intermediate to secondary school. It also provides some fabulous opportunities for teachers for professional growth.
We look at each other's strengths and weaknesses. So what we get from the primary schools is how they differentiate and how they work in groups. And we have great subject knowledge. So between us, we help each other, we support each other. It's a safe environment where we can talk and discuss strategies. It's early days, but I think it's going to be huge for the community.
First thing we've got to look at is how the leadership summit.
We wanted to grow student leadership, but not just in the sense of the prefect wearing a badge. So while we've got our prefects and our junior E-leaders and our culture group leaders and our sports captains, the most important thing of all, I believe, is that our students now understand more about what they're learning, why they're learning, and what they need to do to move to the next step.
When I look back and see myself when I was year 8 in intermediate, I definitely have come far, very far where I was. So yeah.